gonna make sure I'm loud enough. Please tell me if I'm too quiet or too loud. It's Friday, the 19th of May, 2000 and... No, it's 17. Yes, that's the one. It's 1:15, and I'm very sorry, but I've been late. But I'm trying out new things. It's time for today's journey home and Biscuit review live stream with me. It's your host, S02E35 Lewis. Now, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Are you reading me? I'm in my spaceship here, and I've got no idea how this sounds or if it's working. Am I loud enough? Am I clear enough? I'm using new software and a little bit of hardware with the Stream Deck thing that I'm playing around with. I can press this button and I press that button, and I've got this new little Stream Deck thing that I'm working out, but it all seems good. And then I can do this at any time as well. I'm on a computer at any time as well. So it's all very good. So audio sync is out. I know I did the mute on the microphone on purpose. We noticed the mute last night. No, that was a different thing. That was big, and but also audio isn't synced properly. All right, I will work through that too. That'll be an offset of delay. Thank you, but I can't do that right now. In fact, let's do that right now. I'm gonna close up on my mouth. You ready? There's my mouth, and also we'll do this. So, am I delayed, or am I coming in too soon? Give me some feedback here, and then we can work it out together. Because I've got a button that I can press. Sound comes before the video, so that we need microsecond delays on the audio, which I think I can do. Is it bearable for now? That's my first question. Do you mind if we just leave it for now and then I'll work this out afterwards? Is that okay? Because right now I can't find the option to change it immediately. So I do apologise. Properties. Can't find it. Oh wait, we want, don't we? So hold on. It's not a hickey, it's a birthmark. Come on. Video is delayed half a second. It's bearable. Text on screen saying I know it's out of sync. Yeah, all right. What I'll do is I will work out how to do that for the next stream. But yeah, basically, I'm testing out some new software because the most important thing, and I'll just cover my mouth up like this. The most important thing is that you can see me and I don't sound robotic. You can delay the audio by that amount of time. Yeah, I can. I can if I go to the right settings. But it's kind of like I'm experimenting here, and this is all very last second. But the reason I want to do it is better to use this advanced audio properties. Sync offset. Sync offset. Are you ready? Are you ready? Camera. Are you ready? So we're going to go up in milliseconds. Yes. So let's try this. You ready? 300 milliseconds. Hello. 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 Are we better now? Can you see us now? What about that? Does that make any difference at all? Did that make any difference at all? Remember that, 300 milliseconds delay, everybody. We're doing stream professional streaming. doing? Okay, this is going very wrong straight away. All right, so today, hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Jack, Din, Joel VV, Commander Benkai, Dillman, one of our Red Munchkin Gaming. Bravo indeed, says Bowman. Thank you so much. Commander Silmar, still out, but good. You'd say try 250 milliseconds delay, says Jester D. Yo, Jester, you look at you trying to be perfectionist, man. But I'm going to be honest with you. You're gonna make me do it. I have to. I can't bear not to. It's gonna stress me out if you don't. 250. Let's try 250. 50. 250. 250. That's my. What's he called? The guy. Mick Jagger. It's rubbish. Stop it. Stop saying. Stop tweaking things. All right. Here's a man. And here he is. He's called. He does a thing that with us on Fridays. Everybody knows him as WNL, and it is my dad. Walter Neil Lewis, here he is. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Hello. I'm perfectly well. Yes.
Very good. Is everybody receiving him loud and clear as well? And there is no robotics on his voice other than the obvious Skype problems and also the use of his old laptop. But can we say one thing for everybody for WNL? And that is that he is in his... you are in this beautiful new room of yours. You can see the painting job on the back. It does look fine, I have to say. Even with your old laptop's camera, it looks very, very beautiful in there. So how is that? How is finishing off that job then?
Well, I say beige. Beige is no longer the color. It's back to being white. It's only been 20 years since I decorated in here. I'll tell you, the great difficulty came not in painting and 2 coats of this and that and balancing on tables and ladders. It's to the fact that, well, I'm now putting 2,000 books back in and alphabetizing them and rearranging them, and that's going to take me about another 3 more weeks.
That sounds like a really lovely job for a retired man. WNL is a bit quiet. I can make him louder really easily like this.
Oh no.
How does he sound now? Is that
Am I
nice and
loud
clear?
now?
Am I now too quiet?
Am I louder than what?
I don't know.
Let's
Loud
have
enough.
comparisons. Louder than...
Louder than me. Too much apparently now. Right. This is, look, we're finding the right balance here. They right in the middle somewhere. How about that?
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't have all of my books in the room yet.
No. Okay. So too loud now. This is so funny. Everyone's like giving me all this like identical feedback. I wish I had a monitor. I wish I had a monitoring service. Perfect. In the Goldilocks zone, please. All right, okay. So today, like this, okay, you are a little bit of an experiment for me, ladies and gentlemen, today, because I have to be honest with you, but I'm trying out a new piece of software that is going to help make the streams better in the long run once I get more and more comfortable with it. Make the streams here better, but also the Elite Dangerous streams better. Last night you might have seen the video competition that we did, and it was absolutely fantastic. Thank you all for being there. But there was things where I had to be muting things and bringing videos in really awkwardly. We've got this new piece of hardware, the Stream Deck as well, where I can press buttons and stuff will happen on this little deck thing I've got here in front of me. I haven't set it up properly yet, but I need to be using it through Studio for actually to make it work. We were using an old version of OBS, which is ridiculous, but it's one of those things that where you get comfortable with something, you don't want to switch to something new. So you are a bit of an experiment. I did try and use it, but it was started to do... No, I can chill it. It's OBS Studio. I was just using OBS Basic, believe it or not. This is inside baseball here for some people who don't know what that is. But one problem that I was using, coming across, was that we were getting weird, strange robotic voices, and so we needed to check we were using the right version of Studio versus like audio bit rates and things like that. So that's kind of an experiment today, but it sounds good. Oh, we need the Biscuit cam. Bam. This Stream Deck thing is great. It works. Look, I can do one thing with it. Bo's here as well. Look at this. I can mute the I can mute the microphone. So look. It was the touch of a button, and now it's back from the touch of a button. So there's that. Audio, everything. Audio sounds good. You're an experiment. So Bo, here you go. Look at this. I haven't done any of the things, but we're working on it. Anyway, hi Bo. Bo's here for the quiz, of course. So today on the live stream, I'm sorry I've ignored my dad by going on for ages about explaining this competition. We have with us WNL Walter Neil Lewis, the man himself, named after our system, of course, in Colonia. You were named after our system in the star system, WNL. And yeah, I haven't used the Stream Deck properly. We're going to get things of the Stream Deck for this channel specifically, for this stream, for this Friday stream specifically, where we're going to get Biscuit Crunch sound effects. I'm going to be able to press buttons and things are going to happen. Like hype machines surrounding WNL when like quiz time's ready. We're going to be playing around. We'll get emergency Cavill, so I press a button and then Henry Cavill's face will pop up. We'll have loads of good stuff. But yes, we have a Biscuit review in 20 minutes. Of course, the Biscuit reviews will still be coming today. But on Fridays, we have a quiz. So why don't we put me out of my misery and let you talk for a second, WNL. What is going on today? What is the quiz? What are the rules? And how can people take part?
Today's quiz, obviously we settled on a topic a couple of weeks ago. And just to remind you what today's quiz is all about, it's about urban myths and legends. Okay? Urban myths and legends. We're all familiar with them, but some are true, some aren't. It's a mixture today. We've got some true and false, all sorts. I'll give you 10 questions, obviously. Now, you'll have your chat stream entirely gone, so you won't be able to view them and their answers. I'll take the first 3, come up with consensus, and then ask you for your answer. We'll judge them question by question, see who's the best out of 10.
Okay. That seems simple enough, but I mean,
obviously we don't cheat. We don't do anything other than metaphysically look into the souls of everyone else, but no Google or anything like that.
Okay, fantastic. I'm not going to cheat. If you want, as long as you don't cheat, I won't cheat. But that means, yeah, I will have to say goodbye to the chat. So shall we begin the quiz? Because we do only have 20 minutes today until the Biscuit review, because I was tardy because I was trying to get this set up, and then your computer was doing an update, and then you had restarted. It took you half an hour. No Googling, no Binging, no search engines of any kind. No using Siri. No. Just no, don't even move. Stay staring directly at your screen. Oh no, I have spies everywhere, and they're watching your eyes, and they will see when they are darting away from your screen, and I will know that you've been cheating. So do not cheat. There are currently 55 of you, which is a decent number, I would say, for a Friday, especially seeing as I've been rubbish and tardy and late and not doing these streams anywhere nearly as frequently as I'd like to. But I'm going to now minimise the chat, and I'll know if you're cheating. I'll know. And it's the first 3 that you'll take, right? The first 3 answers.
First 3 answers. If they're all 3 different, well, hey, tough. We'll just go with the first one.
I'm not searching our memories as just a D. Yeah, you can go for that, I'm sure. One thing I've got to say is, God, this is going to be a good day for you guys. Oh yeah, that's it. I've won 2 total ever, right? And one of them was on a technicality.
Yes.
Okay. So this is quiz number 20-something, and I've won 2.
20-something, yes. Yeah, right. For 3 today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Charm.
I'm going for the third one.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
Now, it is a pretty difficult quiz-ish today. You'll realize virtually something in every question, but sometimes only after I give the answer. Here we go. Question number 1. Urban myths are sometimes referred to by the acronym FOAF lore, or FOAF tales. What does the acronym FOAF, or FOAF, stand for? FOAF lore, or FOAF tales. FOAF. Urban myths are sometimes referred to by that acronym. What does it stand for? And Google Chrome protection alert is now covering up the stream here for me, telling me it wants me to do something.
Just close it down.
Answers now. Okay, I have their answers, Edward, and it's your turn. FOAF. Think about the whole nature of urban myths.
I don't know. I can't even think of something funny to say. That's how my brain is melting today.
Oh, yes, okay.
Fairy tale, fanciful, fantasy, folklore. I don't know. Go on, tell me.
I'm going to get a nice little sort of horn here to use. No, absolutely incorrect. It actually stands for friend of a friend. Friend of a
What?
friend.
How
Yeah.
does that have anything to do with folks?
A friend of a friend told me this. A friend of a friend. Oh,
Oh, did they get that right?
they got it correct. Yeah.
No, they did not. They cheating. Cheating. I'm calling it.
Rob,
Nobody knew. Did you know that? Did you know that before you wrote that question?
Your chatters would not. Your chatters would not cheat.
No. Did you write that? Did you know that before the question? Before you wrote that question?
I'd heard friends of a friend. I didn't know they called them folk tales.
Well, I've heard of friend of a friend before, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know that that was. Anyway, all right, fine. I'll stop being
It was actually.
curmudgeonly about it and get
I
on with
did
it.
my research. It was 1976. English folklorist Rodney Dale coined the term.
Oh, fair enough. Thanks, Rodney.
Let's go back a few decades.
Cheers, Rodders, mate. Good lad.
Question number two. Question number two. Simple 50-50. Okay. Is it truth or urban myth? Okay. I'll say something and you tell me whether it's truth or urban myth. Just write it down very quickly. The daddy long-legged spider is more poisonous than the funnel web spider, but it cannot kill humans because its fangs are too small. Is that true or false? Truth, urban myth. The daddy long-legged spider, it's actually more poisonous than the funnel web, but it can't kill humans because its fangs are too small.
It's a good question.
Okay, I have answers.
True.
You're saying it's true. It's absolutely false. No. Ignore the daddy long legs. Keep your eyes open for the funnel web, the brown recluse, or the black widow. No, they're highly poisonous. No, nothing to do with the daddy long legs. And they got it correct. So
So the daddy long legs isn't poisonous.
No, the daddy long legs isn't poisonous at all.
So this is annoying. This is questioning everything I've ever known throughout my life. I thought that they just didn't have any fangs and it was really poisonous.
I know you hate spiders, but that's my problem because I came from America where every other spider was poisonous and left huge golf balls on my skin and things like that. And I always kill them 7 times for good luck.
And you gave that to me. You passed on that fear, even though it's completely unnecessary in this country to be afraid of spiders.
That's one of the most wonderful things about this country is that there are no poisonous spiders. There's only the one adder, and the mosquitoes, well, they might light, but they very seldom bite. Are we ready for question 3?
We're always ready for question 3.
Question 3, it's truth or urban myth. Okay? If you were to leave an average-sized deciduous baby tooth, one that falls out, in a cup of Coke overnight, Coca-Cola, by morning, the tooth would be dissolved.
If this is true, it is atrocious and Coca-Cola should be banned.
If you were to leave an average-sized deciduous baby tooth in a cup of Coca-Cola overnight, by morning the tooth would be completely dissolved. Is that urban myth?
I'm jumping in before they jump in. It's got to be false. Because if it's not, then, like I said, Coca-Cola should be banned because humans should not be consuming that. Which I actually think anyway. Not ban it. Don't ban it. Keep it as a treat every now and again. But that disgusting, sugary nonsense.
No, say what you really feel, Edward. No. Yeah, okay, fine. You've said false. They
alienate my audience by being like, stop drinking. There's probably people drinking Coca-Cola right now. Enjoy your Coca-Cola. You know what? I'm not going to shame anyone for it. Enjoy your Coca-Cola. Enjoy it.
I've got an entire liter here. Oh, no, those are silly.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink Coca-Cola ever. You used to buy caffeine-free decaf Coke, I remember. Caffeine-free
or
Diet
Dr.
Coke.
Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And 2 and 4 according to the old advertising. Yeah.
Fizzy better.
No, in general, fizzy drinks exacerbate the gout. You don't want
that. Yeah, you can't because of the gouty foot. Yeah.
The gouty foot, yeah.
Gouty foot.
It's better than a goatee foot, I suppose. Okay, you said false, and the absolute answer is you're right, false. It's a myth. But it's good for cleaning jewelry. It won't dissolve it entirely, but it'll put a nice sheen on some jewelry.
I now feel a little bit ashamed that I got as angry as I did about Coca-Cola. Now that, because if you were to be like, it's true, I was kind of hoping you'd be like, it's true, and then I could get really sort of jokingly furious about it, but instead I won't. Hey, look, we've got a commander joining us on the stream there, just flying in front of the. Who is this? Who have we got?
Oh yes, with Ram. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's Taz. Taz is back. He's been hanging around with me all week on this stream. Thanks, Taz. All right. Sorry. Next question, please.
Okay. So basically, the score stands at 3 points to the chatters, 1 to you. Okay. 3-1. Question number 4. Again, truth or urban myth? A couple spending the night in a hotel found that the room was filled with a foul odor. After a while, they called the front office. When the staff arrived, they discovered the smell was coming from the bed itself. Removing the mattress, they discovered a rotting body underneath it. Truth or urban myth? A couple spending the night in a hotel, they found that the room was filled with a foul odor. After a while, they called the front office. When the staff arrived, they discovered the smell was coming from the bed itself. Removing the mattress, they discovered a rotting body underneath it.
I mean, why would you tell this disgusting story if it wasn't true? It has to be true.
So
Unless it's a trick question, which I know that you're not. You're not one for tricks.
So you're saying true.
True.
And the chat stream has also said true. And the answer is yes, it is true. It's actually happened more than once, far more. Quite a few times they found dead bodies under the mattresses. I mean, you know,
Of course.
your shoes maybe, but a dead body.
I mean, it's just horrible. It's just a horrible story. Anyway, next question.
All about urban myths and legends.
Happy lunchtime, everybody. It's Friday.
Question number 5. Number 5. In which decade in the 20th century was the term urban myth first used?
Ooh, good one. That's a good question. I like it. Repeat it again because I spoke over you.
In print.
One more time.
We want to know the decade in the 20th century in which the term urban myth was first used in print. Oxford English Dictionary will tell you when, yes.
Urban
Going down that they're thinking. I like this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I've got my guess, but I don't know. While you're all doing that, welcome, and if you have just joined us, hello. This is Friday. We have the Biscuits on Fridays, and I'm joined by my dad, Walter Neil Lewis. You can see up in there in the top left corner, sorry. And he is delivering a quiz. He comes here every Friday for us, and then of course at 1:45, so in about 7 minutes time, we will have our biscuit review for the day. So just stick around for that. We have a spreadsheet and everything, and if you haven't already, please press the follow button. And now I'm going to make my guess, and I'm going to say that it is the 1950s.
You're going to say the 1950s. We didn't have consensus as far as the chat stream is concerned. The first three were entirely, all three different, and it just went on and stayed different. They went all the way back sometimes to the 1920s. And almost up to the current, current time. It's actually the 1960s. 1968.
Wow. The specific term urban myth. No, sorry, start again. Can I just ask you? Sorry, it's because whenever I speak, it sometimes cuts you out, and so I'm being rude. Tell the story.
I'm merely saying that in 1968, it was cited in two different works in print. One called "The Ghost in Search of Help for a Dying Man." That's not one of the other questions, by the way. And Our Living Traditions, 1968. So I'm going to score that as a we're going to call it we're going to keep it at 4-2.
Do you have who wrote it?
Yes. We have William B. Edgerton, R.M. Dorson, and T.P. Coffin, editor.
Good for you guys. Well done. I hope you're living well off that urban myth. I don't know. Maybe it's an urban myth that they did. Maybe it's an urban myth that they wrote urban myth for the first time.
It's a possibility. And it'd be a good one if it were.
Yeah. All right, next one.
6 then. Okay, it's 4 points to 2. You're getting not quite trounced yet, but certainly you only have half the score. Question number 6, it's truth or urban myth. In the 1930s, baby alligators were brought up from Florida to be kept as pets in New York City. Some unwanted pets were flushed into the city's sewer system, where they continue to live and breed. True or false? In the 1930s, baby alligators, they were brought up from Florida to be kept as pets in New York City. Some unwanted pets were flushed into the city's sewer system, where they continue to live and breed. Is that truth or urban myth?
It's a good one.
I have their answer.
So I read about this in the novel V by Thomas Pynchon, and I believe it to be true.
You believe it to be true. They do too. Although they're, it's evening out now, but of the first 3 or 4, it was true. And the answer is no, it's just an urban myth.
Okay, so it's probably just a story for V by Thomas Pynchon.
It's not necessarily Thomas Pynchon. It goes all the way back to the 1930s and sensationalist newspapers who were trying to sell stories in newspapers. And, Not that I would say anything about the Daily Mail or the Daily Mirror or any
No,
of
it's
our
perfect, of course.
august institutions, but
Yeah.
sometimes you can't quite believe everything you read in the newspaper.
I don't. Sometimes you can't believe everything you hear from Walter Neal Lewis as well. There are lots of different sources of news. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I agree completely. You know how I feel about traditional media or any media. All right, let's not get into an argument about social media.
Would I?
Yes.
Oh, there's another good joke, but I won't do that. It's politically incorrect. Question number 7. The score is 4-2. Truth or urban myth? To avoid a public backlash, Coca-Cola developed the drink Fanta to sell in Nazi Germany during World War II. To avoid a backlash, Coca-Cola developed the drink Fanta to sell in Nazi Germany during World War II. Is that truth or urban myth?
This is a hard quiz this week. It's an interesting one as well. I don't know. That's the answer. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'd love to hear the reasoning behind this. I'm going to guess. I mean, it's a 50-50 question. I'm just waiting for them their guesses to come in first.
Have their guess. I have their guess.
My guess is going to be that it's false.
That is false. It's an urban myth. They actually said that they thought it was true, or the majority in the first few. German Max Keith, who invented Fanta, he did run Coca-Cola's operations in Germany during World War II. They couldn't get the Coca-Cola syrup because of the Allied blockade, and just to keep the plant going, he developed a fruit-flavored drink made from apple fiber, leftover from cider pressings, and whey, a byproduct from manufacturing cheese. But it was not to avoid a public backlash that they came up with this. So it actually is urban myth. Urban myth. But Coca-Cola have taken a lot of stick because they were supposedly just making money, trying to do something, keeping Nazi Germany in some sort of soft drink so they could make money. Entirely false. So you sneaked one back here, Edward.
Yes.
4-3. The gap.
And winner. Well, no, not the winner, but you know. All right, a couple more questions. How many more?
3 more questions to go.
3 more. All right, we've got 3 more minutes. So it's going to be a question per minute.
Okay, here we go. My mouth will start moving more quickly.
It's all right.
Forget about sync. In the 1970s, which company became associated with Satan worship because of details within its 19th century trademark? The urban legend interrupted the company's business so much that it stopped using the trademark. Multiple guess. Was it Bolton Brown, Procter & Gamble, or Tate & Lyle? 1970s.
No
which
idea.
company associated with Satan worship, details in their 19th century trademark. In fact, it disrupted business so much they stopped using the trademark. Which one was it? Bolton Brown, Procter & Gamble, or Tate & Lyle?
Okay. I've got my guess. Do they have their guesses? And it is a guess.
So far we have consensus out of the first 3, yes.
Okay, Procter & Gamble.
You're going with Procter & Gamble, and the answer is Procter & Gamble.
Yes.
One of the 3 of theirs was Procter & Gamble, but the other 2 were Tate & Lyle, so it's now a draw. It's up to 4 apiece.
I could win this. All right, next question.
4 apiece.
This is happening. This is a miracle. It's an urban legend happening right now. An urban myth.
Had to actually get rid of because the myth had taken over to the point where, it affected their business fantastically.
Wow, interesting.
Penultimate question
What
today.
did Procter & Gamble do?
Procter & Gamble, make all sorts of... you turn it this way, and it's soap powder. You turn it this way, and it's milkshake mix. Cincinnati, Ohio is pretty big with Procter & Gamble. Yes, various products. Number 9.
Okay.
Question number 9. Truth or urban myth? The Minister of Defence for Canada issued an urgent security warning to all Ontario members of Parliament to warn them of street gangs who would drive without headlights until a compassionate motorist responded with a traditional flashing of headlights, whereupon a prospective new gang member would have to murder the citizen to join the gang. Is that truth or urban myth? The Minister of Defence for Canada, he issued an urgent security warning to all Ontario members of Parliament to warn them about street gangs, drive without headlights. When someone would flash, a prospective new gang member would have to murder the citizen to join the gang. Is that truth or urban myth?
It's a very scary story.
I have their answer.
True.
You're saying true?
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah.
And they got it correct as well.
Ah.
He was actually taken in by an urban myth, though. So it wasn't an actual that they were doing it, but he did warn everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
they
it
weren't
wasn't
doing it.
urban myth. But
Scary.
It's true. Okay. Question number 10.
Question number 10, the final question.
It's 5 and 5. Okay, down to final question. And it's truth or urban myth. Okay. According to European Council Directive 73.241, compulsory legislation was drafted requiring Britain to rename its chocolate Vegelit, as far more vegetable fat than cocoa was used in the production of British chocolate. Is that true or false? According to European Council Directive 73.241, compulsory legislation was drafted requiring Britain to rename its chocolate Vegelit, as far more vegetable fat than cocoa was used in the production of British chocolate.
That's funny, and I hope it's true. I'm guessing true. I know that they probably already haven't put their things in, but there's also a delay, so I'm guessing true.
We have, well, the first three I see here, yes. Okay, so they're actually guessing false. We have two falses, a true and two falses, and it is an urban myth. It is. No serious plan. No.
I kind of knew, but
it was another Boris Johnson hyped up wheeze in a Telegraph article.
I thought they might have put it through, and then it sort of was a joke or something. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, yes, people talk about it, and Boris Johnson automatically turns it into something and puts it in an article. He did that quite a bit in the 80s,
didn't it?
Yeah.
Good tasting chocolate.
So
Vegelit. Sorry, I think it should be Vegelit. So in the end, what a surprise!
A close run thing, but 6 points to 5. It's the chat stream who are the winners.
Congratulations, guys! Well done, 3P Music. Well done, Radio Muffin. Well done, Commander Travis. Well done, Tricky Twitcher, Max Ursa, all of you lot. Well done, and thank you very much for taking part. I do appreciate it. Zach Antonacci as well. Edward Clewis. Hello, Zach. Good to see you here. Good to see a lot of people. Good times, and thank you very much. Right, so very, very quickly, because we've got to start the biscuit review right now, because we've got things to do after lunch. Very close. Yes, shakes head by the hand. Thank you. What should the quiz be about next week? Throw some suggestions down in the chat and we will pick it nice and quick. With WNL, grab quick behind you a book from the shelf, but don't knock it out of order. What's on the shelf this week? What's on the shelf? What's on the bookshelf this week?
Haiku for lovers.
Haikus for lovers. Very sensual.
Yeah, we have now poetry here and literary criticism up there.
Yeah, very good.
Haiku. 3-line poem. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, 17 syllables all the time. A true haiku has just 17 syllables and only 3 lines. Okay, there you go. 575. Never about warfare and nuclear destruction, capturing a feeling or, I don't know, some soft natural nuance.
We like Neil Lewis. Oh no, 575. We all really No, we like Neil. We all like Neil. He is my dad and is great. Thank you for the quiz.
You are very well. This is called.
I'm very well.
You are very welcome.
All right. Okay.
Where you move to the next line, things like.
Right. We've got some suggestions coming in. Public transport, trains, ghosts, space flight, space trivia, people liking space chat again, of course. Yeah, and some people are calling for a Chatters versus WNL quiz, maybe. Maybe I write the quiz next week.
Ooh, that could be good.
Would you be up for that? Not next week. We'll do a special. We'll do a special soon at some point. where we do the quiz. Maybe
You prepare. We'll give you some time to prepare, but yes, as long as you don't make it on something that's going to go.
No. It'll be something that general knowledge typey thing, and also Greek mythology, Ed's childhood. Some people say past elections, space trivia, animal facts. You know what we haven't done is the public transport one's interesting, or is it? That's what I mean. Is that theme parks? That's quite a nice one. Like theme parks is a good one. Roller coasters and stuff like that. So what do you think? What do you think?
Roller coasters. I've been on the Beast in Cincinnati. The great thing was it would rattle so much that you were scared because you should be. It was wooden frame. Yes.
It's good.
I don't know. Public transport is almost a bit anarakish.
It is anarakish.
But let's do it.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a thing. I have every faith that you can make a public transport quiz engaging and interesting.
Or maybe even sometimes private transport, public and private transport.
Transport. Next week's quiz will be all about transport. So everybody, please, a huge round of applause for WNL, who has taken time out of his day to come along and say hello to us today. But yes, fantastic, and thank you. And thank you everyone in the chat for taking part in the quiz. But yes, we will see you next week. Yes, Friday next week. Definitely on there for Friday next week, okay?
Sounds good.
And we'll do the regular joke, of course. I'll call you later.
You certainly won't be sooner.
Yeah, at some point this year I'll give you a call. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. He's gone. All right, wonderful stuff. Thank you very much. Always lovely to have him there. So thank you very much for coming along for the Bisquiz. Of course, it's time for the Biscuit review. So I'll literally run and grab tea, just something I can dunk it in. It's going to take me 1 second. But thanks for being patient. I can do this now. Watch, I can press this button. And the elevator music happens. And I think that sounds about right. I think you can sort of hear it enough. Yeah. And then I do this. And then I can press this. Okay, everyone. I'm back. And it's time for today's biscuit review. I've already got the spreadsheet up and already and everything like that, which is a shame really because I can't do my bit. Are you ready? I can do my bit now. Well, I've been looking around for a thing. I've got my whatever it is that you call it. I've got my tea. Unfortunately, somebody is using my biscuit mug today. Don't know what that's about. How dare they? This is now also, that's, there you go, that's better. Somebody's using my biscuit mug today, so I've only got this mug instead. How's everybody? Hi there. Are you all doing all right? Somebody's using my biscuit mug, so I've got Eddie Simon's synth mug instead. It's got a synthesizer on it. It's pretty cool. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming anyone, but somebody is using it. All right, the biscuits are down there, so give me a second to go and grab those. I do apologize, I forgot to bring them up. I'm in a rush. I'm not being salty. Don't worry. Alright, today we're going to go for these ones. The Lismore company. Sorry, sniffing around. There should be 3 biscuit mugs. Again, guess what happened to one of them? The handle has been snapped off another one of them again. So today we have the Lismore Food Company Hazelnut, cinnamon and raisin fine biscuits, handmade biscuits. The other ones did very well. They were kind of a bit more savoury type feel biscuits really, which was a little bit strange. I'm going to put up, I don't want to put the elevator music on, but I could put on maybe put it on very quietly in the background. How about that? Does that sound good? Give us a bit of a backdrop. Anyway, there's one thing that I need. Can anyone tell me what that is? It's of course the biscuit review spreadsheet. Get in. All right. So as you can see on the review up here at the top, we have the all the way the Poppy Seed Marzipan Biscuits by Sarah, well done. The white chocolate caramel cookies, the Marabou chocolate moments, they were disqualified for being a chocolate bar. The Fortnum Mason strawberries and cream afternoon tea biscuit, Ed's Choice Award. Jeff's chocolate biscuits, chip pecan cookies, homemade Ed's Real Choice Award, the super choice with the yeah. Anyway, right at the top we have the appearance, the taste, the texture, the dunkability, the post taste satisfaction, the moisture, and the total. Do come along to more of these if you haven't seen these before, because I am usually a little calmer and able to communicate more about the biscuits a little more slowly. And Ed, are you being a bit petulant today? A tiny bit petulant, and I do apologise. I'm hungry. I think I'm a bit hungry. These will help out, I'm sure. Right. Lismore Food Company. Of course, there's no points for packaging, but if there were points for packaging, this would do very well. I mean, look at this. Ooh, ooh, very nice. Lovely stuff. It's a lovely piece of stuff. There's no points for packaging. I'm sorry. A nice bit of prep that. It is. It's lovely, isn't it? Let's have a look. So these last ones are kind of more like savoury biscuits that we had. The last ones with seafood flavoured biscuits. So let's get this written in. It is the Lismore, Lismore Food Company. The Lismore Food Company. It's massive. Hazelnut, cinnamon. Oh, spelled cinnamon wrong. And raisin fine biscuits. Probably one of the longest titles that we've had. Sorry. Again, I do apologise. There you go. The Lismore Fine Company hosts cinnamon biscuits. All right. All right. Appearance. Let's crack these ones open. Let's see what goes on. Okay. So, in terms of appearance, these aren't particularly fancy looking biscuits. They look a little bit underbaked. They look a little bit unappealing. They look very homemade. They do have that beautiful homemade vibe, but they're quite thin looking as well. So they're not overly the most appealing looking biscuits. That said, they're not terrible. And the smattering of sugar I can see on these means that they're going to be a sweeter biscuit than the previous one that we had. So we're looking for notes of hazelnut, cinnamon and raisin when we taste this. But in terms of appearance, I'm going to say that it's a 6. It's not terrible, it isn't. I like the homemade vibe that's going on, but I don't think that they look particularly like, oh, Moorish, like, oh, I really want to jump into these. I'm salivating, although I am, because they smell fantastic. I'm actually salivating right now. Let's go for a taste. Tiny bit bland. Immediately a bit disappointing. Good texture, good crunch. But in terms of taste, I mean, it might sound a bit like I've got a blocked nose, but I haven't. I'm just a bit sort of sinusy. The strongest taste in here is the cinnamon. I didn't really get a chunk of raisin. Can't really taste any of the raisin. The hazelnut, I'm not getting any of that as well. A bit bland, I have to say. So, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, it's still good. It's not a bad tasting biscuit. It's actually pretty good. It's just very middly. But yeah, I like cinnamon a lot as well, but it's not heavy enough on the cinnamon. I'm not getting many notes of the hazelnut. It's buttery, but that's more of a texture type feel to me. Now, my finger's hovering over the 5, which is a real shame. But I do really like the texture of it, I have to say. Good snap to it. Good crunch. It could be my sinusiness affecting the taste. We have to take that into consideration. So maybe I'll add a 0.2 to it for sinusiness. 0.3, there you go. Texture. Good. Durability. If I had the bisc cam, I'd show you there's a deposit of crumbs here that I'm getting rid of because we've got a Facebook live stream afterwards and she'll get angry with me if I leave crumbs around. So, there you go. Only a few crumbs, not too many. I've seen worse, but I've seen better. It's a 6. This is a very middling biscuit. Very middling biscuit indeed. Dunkability, okay. They're nice though. They're nice. They're just very standard. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, and reveal. Will this biscuit, or cookie if you're American, but of course it's a biscuit, everyone knows that, survive a double dunk? 1, 2, 3. Standing up well. Like, I'm surprised by how much this is keeping up. 2, 3. I feel like this could dunk for a long time. I'm holding it in there for quite a while and it's still holding up very, very strongly, as you can see. There's not even a sag in there. Tapping it against the side, you can also see that it's holding up very well. It's a good... It's got to be 10 on that, hasn't it? Let's see how it tastes after a dunk. It's nice, that. Got a big chunk of raisin in that one as well. It's a bit of a plywood biscuit, I have to say. It's got high dunkability, of course, so we'll give it a 10. I liked it slightly moist. That's it. We've got our score. Sorry, I have nothing much to say over those. Very sort of middling, bland biscuit. It's a bit of a shame, really. I wanted the taste to jump out at me. They're very eatable. The eatable rating would be high. It's not a terrible biscuit. I feel bad because it's down here at 53.2. It's down in 108th place, roughly, of nearly 150 biscuits. I do feel bad because it doesn't feel like it should be that bad. But I mean, that's it, isn't it? That's the score. Look, I can't... It's actually quite low. It's actually a little bit lower than I thought it would be. But there you go. So, let's crank up this elevator music and say goodbye to everybody for the week. Really appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everyone being here yesterday on the live stream as well for the Elite Dangerous live stream, but also on Wednesday. Well, I'll be back on Monday with some Elite Dangerous here on this channel, and Wednesday and Friday next week as well, if all goes well. But for this week, can I please say a big, huge thank you? Can we all raise our teas in the air for one another and cheers each other to having a fantastic weekend? Again, also, if you do tune in on Facebook Live, you can see me and Bo as well playing a bit of Planet Coaster in about half an hour's time, roughly. But thank you to 3P Music. Thank you, 79 James. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Amber Blacktip. Welcome, Amber Blacktip, by the way. I like to listen to the music while I do these things. It's fun. Thank you so much, Aroma1967. Thank you so much, Beaumont. Big Fun at Art. Bo Merritt. Burkbeig. Chobber. Hello, Chobber. Good to see you here, Chobber. Didn't realise Chobber was around. Commander Aziron. I get that wrong every time. Benkai. Kral Travis. Halering. Silmar. Taz101. Zarking. Commander Ascorbius. Commander Conan. Commander Miggles. 314,159. Thank you, Cabrian, for being here, as always. Durgel, Dillman, 1,411. E-Freeton, or E-Free-TM. E-Free-TM. I don't get it. Thank you so much, Faltic. Freckly Femme. Hello, Freckly Femme. Gandalf Lundgren. Is that like a Dolph Lundgren, but like a Gandalf Lundgren? That's good. Gandalf Lundgren. We like that. Hello, Gandalf Lundgren. Hello, Meow. I Fly an X-Wing. Jack Dean. John Bello. Jester D. Thank you, Joel. VV. JSP 3213. Caravupeli. Little Guff. Magel. Master Uruguay. Millstone Bomb. Ukabe. Plepia. Psycho Cow. Percat259, Red Munchkin Gaming, Robbie XP1, thank you so much, Second 2001, thank you so much, Shanaria and Ali, thank you so much, Sinwaz, thank you so much, Scorpio Core, Spooky a lot, Stephen Carey, Stone Dogs, Torin DC, The Ether Fiend, The Grumpy Gamester, thank you, The Thing Is UK, thank you, Tricky Twitcher, thank you, Tristan GW, thank you, Twing Twong 101, Twing Twong, that's fun, Ubadodo, Unky Steve, and last but not least, XLG47. It's good to see you all. Have a lovely weekend. If we don't see you on Facebook Live, Planet Coaster's Facebook Live later on. But you're all lovely as usual. And bye. Bye. Not Demonaroth. Hey, Demonaroth. Apparently I didn't read what he's... I don't know what happened. Sorry, Demonaroth. Sorry. I've got loads of your music to play. Bye. Sorry, Demonaroth. Love you. Bye. Also, Zach wasn't on the list when I pressed the button to say that he was there. So actually, it means that he left early, and that means that he doesn't deserve a thank you. Thank you, goodbye. You must stay around till very end, otherwise you do not get a goodbye message. Thank you. Don't know what this voice is doing now, but it was too late. I started it now, so I'll go finish. Goodbye. He's a little bit like Adam Buxton knockoff, yeah, Jacked in, but he's inspired by him, not. He's inspired by. I'm basically Adam Buxton, aren't I? I'm a basic Adam Buxton ripoff, and I'm sorry. I'm a bit tired. It's been a long week, but love you all. Bye. I did it again. I copied him again. Bye.